What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a unboxing for the Hotshots and Aces 2-pack from AMG for the new X-Wing 2.0 game. This is the only good expansion that they've really put out in the last little while, since we got the Rogue class and the Mando's Razor Crest ship. We also got the clone, the Gauntlet Fighter and the clone, what are they called? The Z95s, which are okay. The Gauntlet Flyer was really cool as well. But this is the first expansion we've had. They did a couple battle packs, which I was not interested in at all. It doesn't really move the game forward. It gives you limited lists that you can build for some cool thematic games. But I mean, that's just not... X-Wing is thematic in that the pilots represent the thematic portion of the game. So there you see AMG, and we actually already opened one. And here I'll give you a snapshot. There's some of my Legion I've been working on, which is what I got to go back to after this. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's check out some of these pilots. These are mostly just pilot cards, and what's the other stuff? And pilot cards, and the base is really for new ships. So we'll try to get into that, be quick about it. My handy dandy little knife. So we got a couple medium base ships, a couple big base ships. I think they kind of wasted a bit of space here because there's a lot of black on the back of these. They would have, I don't know, done things a little differently. Probably have room for more stuff. As you can see here, we got a few new conditions on the last one, which is yay, because I still need to do a bunch of the other ones as acrylic versions. So we got that. Let's see what else we got here. So here's our pilot cards. Now I'm not gonna go through every one because it's gonna take a while, but we'll look at some of the cards. We got Flight Leader Ubel for the TIE Heavy. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends, if it was dealt a damage card, you may perform a bonus attack against the attacker. That's kind of cool. It's a new card for the TIE Heavy. Juno Eclipse, that's really cool because she was in 1.0 and now we have her back. After you perform any action, you may perform a red boost action. That's kind of really cool for this thing. The TIE V1, sorry, the TIE Advance, my bad. Second Sister, for the Interceptor, while you perform an attack after the neutralized result step, if the attack hit, you may spend 2 charges. If you do change all of your hit results to crit results. I can't remember what her ability is in the TIE V1. I feel like it's similar, the same thing, but just on the TIE Interceptor's body with the multiple actions due to auto thrusters is actually really cool. And the fact that you can do that after you know if it hits or not, so you don't have to commit while your opponent hasn't defended yet. So that's actually really good. Magna Tolvin in the TIE. Well, you have 2 or fewer stress tokens. You may perform white actions even while stressed. After you gain a stress token, you may perform white action if able. That's pretty cool. And Yurika Quell. After you fully execute your maneuver, you may acquire a lock on an MA ship in your bullseye arc. It's pretty simple. We got Corrin Horn and an X-Wing. After you declare the defender of an attack, if you have a lock on the defender, a friendly ship may transfer their lock token from you to the defender. Wes Jansen, after you perform an attack, you may spend a charge. It's reoccurring to assign the defender a jam token. That's all right. After you defend, you may spend 1 charge to assign the attacker a jam token. Yeah, it's all good. Tycho Chelchu. In the A, we got more A-Wing pilots. While you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you may perform actions even while stressed. I've seen that before. So, Kyo Venzi if you have an active force charge. This one's got a force charge that's not reoccurring. If you have no active force after you reveal a bank or a turn maneuver, you may increase the difficulty of the maneuver. If you do, perform that as a side slip and recover 1 charge. That's kind of cool. And then this guy, after you fully execute a white maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 1. If you do, you may perform a focus action. Pretty simple. Pops Krail. Maybe we'll go through each card, but we'll see what happens. Volan Das. After you fully execute a red maneuver, this is the droid tri-fighter for Separatists. You may choose an enemy ship at range 1. The chosen ship gains 1 strain token, and you may remove 1 stress token. So that's really cool. Modified for organics. This ship is not restricted by the standardized restriction, so it makes its banks, all of its 2 and 3 banks, decrease the difficulty and decreases the difficulty of your 3 turns. So, because robots can turn, they can't bank. They go all or nothing. Aurora Singh, who's force sensitive apparently, Bane of the Jedi. Before you engage, you may spend 1 force, which is reoccurring. Choose 2 enemy ships at range 0 to 1. Transfer any number of orange or red tokens between the 2 ships. That's kind of all right, I guess. Dirge. This is the guy from the Clone Wars. We didn't really get to, the Clone Wars, the original, that we don't get to see in the Clone Wars. On his own time in the Rogue class, when you would be destroyed, you may spend 1 charge, reveal all of your face down cards. If you do, discard each direct hit or each damage card with the pilot trait, and then repair all of your face up damage cards. So that's kind of cool because it stops him from dying. So that's really, and the chances are you're going to have at least one of those 2 in there, and he's got 5 hulls. So the Iron Assembler, it's a droid vulture class. After friendly ship at range 0 skips its execute maneuver, which you're going to do if you're stuck on an asteroid. You may spend 1 charge. If you do, if there's an asteroid or debris cloud at range 0 of it, ship may repair 1 damage. So it basically turns this into a 6 hull. Then we got the Kel Roto AI holdout. We got 3 copies of it. And after you are destroyed, you may transfer each of your locks and green tokens to another friendly of this ship at range 0 to 3. And it's modified for organics, so it gets good banks, loses its good turns. And then for Delta 7, we have 80 Gallia. While you defend at range 1, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, the attacker cannot apply the range bonus. While you perform an attack against the defender at range 3, you may spend 1 force charge. If you do, the defender cannot apply the range bonus. So similar to the Grand Inquisitor, 2 force charges reoccurring, and they also give you the Delta 7B version. So you can see there's the 3 attack and 2 defense, and the greater hull value. It's funny that they wouldn't just print the upgrade card. I mean, you think that would be simpler, but I don't know. You never know with AMG. They love doing weird stuff. Sicko, which I was kind of excited for, but I don't think he's as good as I was hoping, because I was hoping for some good LAAT pilots. I think they could have done way better here. After you execute a basic maneuver, you may assign the sickening maneuver condition to yourself. Okay. And then we'll go and we'll look at what that is. So the sickening maneuver condition card, sorry guys. You can execute red maneuvers even while stressed. After you reveal a bank or turn maneuver, you must gain 1 strain. After you reveal a bank or a turn maneuver, you must gain 1 strain and execute that maneuver as a side slip, which is kind of cool. After you reveal a straight maneuver, you must execute that maneuver as a red Chlorian turn. After you execute a maneuver, remove this condition. So it's kind of cool. It's not amazing because it's more of a ship thing, which I was hoping it would be more of a all around good for the everybody else thing, because I think that's what the ship needs is just stuff that makes everything else good. We got Kit Fisto and the E2 Actus. While another friendly ship defends, if the attacker is in the bullseye arc, you may spend 1 charge to change one of the defender's blank results to an eyeball. And he's got 2 reoccurring force charges. Just another Jedi, probably overcosted. I have to look at it. Slammer. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may spend 2 charges. They're both reoccurring to perform a slam, even while stressed. So that's kind of cool. And that was the V-19 Torrent. And then for Gavin Skies and the N1 Starfighter, while you defend or perform an attack, if the speed of the revealed maneuver is greater than the enemy ships, you may reroll your blank results. So kind of cool. That was all for Republic. We have Lieutenant Gallic for the First Order TIE Fighters. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 is destroyed, you may perform a coordinate action even while stressed. While you coordinate, the ship chosen can perform actions only on this only if that action is also on this ship's action bar. So that's and then we got Jill Gerard in the bomber. After you perform a boost action, you may spend 1 charge, non-reoccurring, to remove 1 non-lock red or orange token. That's all right. And then while you perform primary attack in the TIE FO, if you're not strained, you may gain 1 strain token to roll additional die. That's all right. DT-798. Lin Gaba setup after placing forces. Assign the primed for speed condition to yourself and up to 2 other friendly TIE FO or TIE SF fighters that have no equipped modification upgrades. And the broken prime for speed condition is, well, add a white slam to your action to your action bar. After you perform a slam action, you must suffer 1 damage to remove 1 disarm token. So you can still attack, but you're taking a damage. So you got to use it wisely, and they give you 3 copies. Time for speed, which I don't see the point in, because you use the conditions, not the cards. You only need 1 copy of the card on the table to say what it does, but that's just me. Agent Tyranny in the XI class light shuttle. After placing forces and setup, you must assign the broken trust condition to an enemy ship. So, broken trust is our last one. Treat friendly ships as allied. Treat non-enemy ships treat you as allied while performing an attack. Before declaring the defender, each allied ship in the attack arc that is not stressed gains 1 stress token. After you defend or perform an attack, if the defender was dealt at least 1 face-up damage card or was destroyed, remove this condition. That is, I don't know, that seems kind of meh. But a lot of this stuff is kind of seeming that way. There's a few really good ones, but I got Poe Dameron and the Scavenger class. Before you execute a maneuver, you may spend 1 charge. If you do ignore obstacles during that maneuver, got 2 recurring. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may spend 2 charges to perform a white boost action or a red barrel action. Then if you perform a red barrel action, expose 1 damage card if able. All right. And Lando as well in the Millennium Falcon after the YG-1300, but yeah, it's the Millennium Falcon. After you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, you may spend any number of charges to choose that many friendly ships at range 0 to 2. Those chosen ships may perform an action even while stressed, so mass coordinate, and it's 3 reoccurring. So you can, it's kind of like a Leia ability almost. Vanessa Doza, will you perform a frontal or a rear attack in the T-70 X-Wing? You may treat the forward requirement as back, so you can shoot missiles and torpedoes out the back. If you do treat the range requirement as 1 to 2, which is actually really cool. And you got weapon hard points, so you can put anything on. Zay Versio, and then the T70 as well. While you defend, if the attacker is damaged, you may reroll 1 defense dice. So that's kind of cool. And then for the resistance transport, Taka Jamorasia. After you jam, you must assign 1 jam token to another ship at range 0 to 1 of the jam ship. So that's mass jamming. That's all right. We got Hondo Onaka in the Slave 1, the fire spray class patrol ship. Choose 2 non-huge ships at range 0 to 3 of you that are not friendly to each other. Each ship may perform an action that is on your action bar, even while stressed, in the order of your choice, then gain 1 calculate token. That's all right. You know, rank 1. Hondo can't fly, we're shit. Pardon my language. Tor Fun in the Fang Fighter. After you perform an attack, if the defender is destroyed, you may perform an action, even while stressed. Then you may gain 2 strain tokens to perform a bonus attack. That's all right. It's kind of a cool Fang Fighter. We'll see how many points he is. It's either going to blow up real hard or do really well. It's the Fang Fighter way. Dirge in the Rogue class for Scum. While you would defend after the neutralize results step, if there are more crit results than your active shields, you may change 1 hit result to a crit and cancel 1 hit. So basically just saving yourself a hit or 2, you know, a hit basically. Dr. Afra in the YV999 or 666. I'm dyslexic today. The YV666, 3 unrecurring charges. Before you engage, you may spend a green token and 1 charge. If you do, you may choose another ship at range 0 to 1 that is not stressed. That chosen ship gains 1 stress. That's kind of, I don't know, seems kind of mad to me, but maybe it'll be good. And then lastly, the TIE, Mining Guild TIE, modified TIE LN for Scum. Lapin. While you defend or perform an attack, if the enemy ship is stressed, that ship's dice cannot be modified, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that is all the pilots. There's definitely some gems in here that I think will be really good for play. I think some of them they could have done better on, especially because some of the ones that are good are ships that already have good pilots. So you're just making those ships better and the other ships still stay the same. Like the LA-80, I just don't think you need a good pilot that does something cohesive for the rest of your ships, or you need to give the LA-80 a title or a configuration that makes it better than it is if you're going to create, you know, pilot effects that are designed for that ship to just be a major player. I think that's something they're not understanding, is a ship either has to be a very good support ship or it has to be a very good attacker on its own. And ships like the LA-80 don't do enough in either category, and that's really what the sad thing is. But other than that, like I said, some great cards and for Empire, for Rebel, for First Order, some cool stuff. There's pretty much some cool stuff for every faction. Just some stuff that's not probably going to see a lot of play. But tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you liked about this video. If you enjoy these X-Wing reveals, I will not be doing reveals on the battle packs because I do not think they're worth picking up. I think they're a waste of money, honestly, and I would advise people to go against them. AMG continues to kind of really miss the mark on X-Wing, and with no further support coming out, it just kind of feels like it might be a dead game, which is really sad because it's a really great game. But I wish they would hurry up and tell us if they have plans to make some great stuff or if they're just going to end it, because then I can just focus on Legion more, which they're actually doing a half-decent job in. But tell me, guys, what your thoughts are. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. That's all for now, folks.